everyone, my name is GrislySims and welcome back. Today we are doing sort of a different kind of video. First of all, if you do not recognize the website you see in front of you, this is TheSimsTree. TheSimsTree is a newish. I think it came out like the beginning of this year. It's a new website that is designed for users to create family trees, or dynasties as they call them. And today we're going to be doing that with my Ultimate Decades Challenge, or as you guys know it, the History Legacy Challenge. And I'm super excited to do it. I would like to thank TheSimsTree for giving me a few months of a premium subscription so I could try it out, show all of you, and really play around with it. Loved getting to do so. It's been so much fun. I actually have one for my Legacy Challenge already. A video on that will be coming out sometime in the next month or so. But we will kind of go through things. So one thing that is amazing about TheSimsTree is they have this blog. Let's go look at it. So this is the blog. One thing about TheSimsTree is that they are they're more than helpful in the family tree making, and then they're also diversifying it by using this blog as kind of an easy access way to gain tips from other creators, and to read about things maybe you didn't know and get mod help, because I found that mod intro pages can be very confusing sometimes, or when there's 45 updates and they're all on the same Patreon post, it's confusing, whatever. And the Sims community website, I personally hate using that. I just hate the interface. Would rather just suffer, I guess, than figure out what's wrong with my game. But I have found this really useful if I'm having a problem or if I'm confused or want to learn something. I've actually been coming on here and searching. They have so many fun things. So this is how to make gameplay in Sims University diverse, which is something I think all of us would love to know about, because the Sims University can be pretty boring. Sims save file corruption tips, amazing. Holiday ideas for the Sims family, no CC. And this is a Better Build By mod guide. So the mod Better Build By Twisted Mexi. Amazing. Super helpful. Unusual business ideas. Just over and over, amazing things. And they also, the main purpose of, I think, the blog is the service guide. Everything you can do in the SimsTree kind of has an instruction manual. It's very helpful. They have videos, pictures, step by step instructions. It's super helpful, and it was helpful in exploring it, because some of the stuff is not super obvious what exactly it does if you have never done it before. So I personally love it. Anyways, what we are here for today, we are going to be making the family tree. So I already went ahead and put in most of my Sims, because this took me, I think, 3.5 hours to do, because I just have so many. We will be making one Sim together. We'll be making Andrew Barnes our heir, but everyone else is already in here because it just was not going to happen. One thing that I will say that I didn't realize initially is that all of your Sims, if you have multiple dynasties, which I think you have to have the premium version to have multiple dynasties. One thing I will say is that all of your Sims are together. So if you scroll down to the bottom here, actually if you go to the second page, my legacy family is lumped the same in with them. I wish, I guess maybe the future, there could be a tagging system or folders or something. That might be nice, just for the people who might have, multiple things, or many Sims, like myself. It would be nice, but we can get into that later. So first we're gonna go to My Sims, and then we're gonna click add right here in the corner. Okay, we're gonna attach a photo of him. All right, and here we are with the image. So it pulls you up into this image editor. So we I like to do it pretty close to the face. This is kind of a silly picture of him, but I realized I do not have any other ones of him as a toddler at the moment. And then you look at it and you're like, okay, that's pretty good. And they have so many things over here on the left to look at. They have filters. I actually really like a lot of them, like fade, cold. I rarely like pre-made filters, but I do think these are very good. They're like, they're never too much, you know? I just think they're great. I like them a lot. So here it says fine tune. You can affect the brightness, bring that back to 0, the contrast, saturation, exposure, temperature, gamma, clarity, and vignette. I don't think I will be playing around with this on screen with you guys, but maybe in the future I can. And then you can draw on them, so you can like give them a little mustache. Cute. No. I've seen people who will like add text to the bottom. Unfortunately, I have run into an issue that I cannot type on the text. I don't know if that's an issue since I'm on a MacBook at the moment. I haven't tried it out on my big Mac that I play on, but I'll have to ask TheSimsTree about that just because I've tried multiple times now and it doesn't work. But that's okay because I don't, at the moment, need that feature. Decorate is kind of the same, but more, I think, like for like, you know, draw a little heart, something like that. Ooh, that was really bad. Don't look at that. And there's stickers with some emojis. I love it. And what these emojis look like do change depending on what device you're on. So since I'm on a MacBook Pro, I do have Apple ones, but I saw a couple people who also did reviews who were a little disappointed that they had like Android ones, but they were on a PC. So it depends on what device you're on. It's not from TheSimsTree. And here, I love these. Here we have frames. They're so beautiful. I really like the double one and this one, the inset, as well as the hook. I love that one. But I think since no one else has any, that we will not add one. This is called redact. So if you ever want to like tease a part of a picture, like if you're a content creator and you're like waiting for an episode to come out, you can do that. Resize, I think it's just resizing the image, which we don't need to do. Okay, we're done. So then we're gonna put, his name is Andrew Barnes. He is a male sim and he's alive. He's a person. The only other option is a pet, because characters and pets are they're separated in the My Sims section. Type, he is a human. Character traits, ooh, I think he is clingy. Life goals, he doesn't have any. Oh, another thing that I've noticed, if you add, so they have this option to add additional fields to this section. So like I've been doing born, died, cause of death. If you add it before you save the sim the first time, they do disappear. Just something I've noticed, probably already known about and in the works to be like fixed, but just so you guys know. And I did prepare a little description about him. He was the 4th generation heir to my Ultimate Decades Challenge and the eldest son of Joseph II and Leona Barnes. We're going to save him and then go back in and write born. Oh shoot, when was he born? He was born in 1343. Save. Alright, now he's right here along with all of our other Sims. So now let's go back to the interesting part, the fun part. So here, as you can see, we already have M. Ingram. In this challenge, the main sim is always supposed to be a man, but because the way that we connected the first generation was through the wives, unfortunately, that won't be represented necessarily, but I think it's fine, and I also don't care because women's day winning, you know? So what we're gonna do, oh, well, first we have to turn edit mode on. Right up here in the top right, we're going to add a parent, okay? And we are going to make this sim Tim Mortimer. I'm going to add a wife for him, no, a spouse, and this is Demetta Mortimer, okay? And they are going to have another child, and this is Eva Mortimer Wells, and another one, and this is Elizabeth Mortimer Ingram. So if you can recall, this is generation 0 up here, Tim and Demetta Mortimer, and then down here, it was their 3 daughters, and so M married, oh, what am I doing? M, click the heart, married Judd Barnes. There he is. M married Judd Barnes. Maybe we'll go down their tree first. Okay, so M married Judd, and together they had 3 children who reached maturity, who made it onto the tree. So first we will do Joseph, and next we will do Maeve. Next we will do Florence. Those are their 3 children. And we'll go partner by partner. So first we're going to go down our main heir line. So Dorothy was Joseph's wife. Together they had a lot of children. So the oldest was Joseph II. Yep. And the next oldest was Grace. And next was Edward. Yes, Edward. This is like a memory game for me. Edward. Next was Allison. So I decided that if they reach childhood, so the age like 7, 8 or older, they make it onto the tree. Otherwise we would just have too many people. Simon. They had so many kids. They had like 11 total, the most anyone's ever had. Simon, and then is it Matilda next? I think so. And Charlotte. There we go. Okay. So Joseph was our Gen 3 heir, and he married Leona. Okay. And together they were a little bit more reserved. They had 2 children that are on the tree. They had Ida and our Gen 4 heir, who we just created, Andrew. He's right here. All right, so look at how big this is already. We only have one descendant line in. That's okay. I'm very excited to go through this with you guys. What are we gonna do next? I think we will go through the children and then back up and do these ones. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Okay, so Grace, the eldest daughter of Joseph and Dorothy, she married Samson Fitzalan. Oh, oops. I do that very often. I change them instead of like marrying them off. Samson Fitzalan. And unfortunately, neither of their children survived. Both of them died as, I think, infants and toddlers. Edward Barnes will never marry. He rolled to never marry. Allison Barnes is dead. Simon Barnes is not married yet. Matilda Barnes is dead. Charlotte Barnes will never marry. Okay, that was actually really easy. Next, we're going to go to Miss Maeve. So Maeve is still in our main family tree, but she obviously was a daughter, so she moved out. She married Cassian Danville, and they had 2 children together total, which is always crazy to me. They rolled to try for 2 children, and both of them made it until adulthood. Super crazy luck. So they had Paulina and Prudence. Prudence runs the orphanage. So she took in, even before the Black Plague, she took in like orphaned children, anyone who had been abandoned. I just needed a place to go for them, and she rolled to never marry. And it kind of fit her personality, so I did it. But Paulina, her sister, married, what was his name? Alfred St. Clair. Oh my goodness, it's getting big. And together, they have 2 children. They are both dead, but both of their children are alive and living in the orphanage, actually. So they have Lucius and Annika. Yes, very... That's right, yes. Oh, I love how it's coming together so far. Ooh. And the youngest daughter of our founder the youngest child was Florence. So Florence married Ambrose. Oh my gosh, I did it again. Why did anyone say anything? I'm just kidding. Spouse is Ambrose Parmenter. Okay, let's zoom back in. Alright, so back on track. I literally get lost on tangents. Florence and Ambrose had 3 children that are on here. They had Frey, who unfortunately died. They have Osbert. And they have Marguerite. I think that's how you say that. Oop. Marguerite Parmenter. Yeah, so that is where they are now. Very cool. Take a look if you want. Feel free to ask any questions. I'm kind of going over it fast so that this video isn't 45 minutes long. But, excuse me, but yeah, I know it's confusing. That's why I want to get this up for you guys to look at. So this is Eva Mortimer Wells. So this is M's sister. We're going back up to the top. When you start the Ultimate Decades Challenge, if you've never played it yourself, they recommend starting with 3 families because the infants die, the adults die, everyone dies, and they don't want you to like get 50 years and have to start over. And so I like to refer to Eva's family as my secondary family. So in the grand scheme of inheritance, Eva's family line would be after all of Em and Judd's line, just so you know. So we are going to add a spouse, and that is going to be Maurice Wells. All right, and together they had 2 children, Juliana and William. All right, so we're gonna do William first. He married Muriel. This was so long ago, Muriel, and they did not have any children that survived, unfortunately. That's pretty sad. I might. Never mind. And then Juliana married, what was his name? Sperling Holmes. And they had a lot of kids together. I think they had 10 kids, but I mean, obviously not all of them survived. That'd be asking for too much. They have 3 kids in here. They have more than that. They have Reynard and Annabelle, who were twins. Oh my goodness. And then they have, who's the next oldest? Sperling the second. Yep. And then they have, I think Marjorie is next. Yep, Marjorie is next. one more. One more. It's okay. Marjorie is next, and then it's Sabina, who also passed away. All right, so next, this line gets a little complicated, but don't worry, it simplifies itself at the end. Reynard married Basilia Holmes. Together, ooh, yeah, this is where it's really going to test my memory. Together, they have one child on the family tree, I think. Let me look up Holmes. Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, no. Not what I wanted at all. So it's really easy to correct mistakes if you make them. Don't worry, guys. I make them all the time. So his wife is Basilia, and they had one surviving daughter, and her name is Helga. She is currently alive. And Annabelle did not get to the age of marriage. Sperling's wife's name was Catalina. And they have 2 children on the family tree, but neither are alive. Bronwyn and Agatha. There we go. Marjorie married Hugo, and they did not have any children who survived. Yeah, like I said, they didn't have any children, so yeah, the only surviving member of the Wells line is Helga, who resides in the orphanage. Kind of crazy, I know. And so next, we'll be moving on to our third, or tertiary, if you want to get fancy like I do, our tertiary line. So Elizabeth is the founder, technically her husband, of the tertiary line. They will be, like, if all of my main family dies and all of the Wells line dies, which could happen because there's just one Wells line right now, then, you know, her time to shine. So she married Gilbert Ingram. Oh my gosh, I do it every time, you guys. I do it every time. Elizabeth married Gilbert. There we go. And together they had 2 living children. No, they had 2 children that made it on here, I mean. They have Osmer and Estrilda. And he married Joan. Did he marry Joan? Yeah, he did. And together they had 1 son who made it on the tree. They had Bertram. And he married Ricolda. And none of their children survived, unfortunately, or neither of them survived. And then this is where my family tree starts to kind of look like a circle, is with this next sim. And so it gets a little bit confusing, but I will show you how I'm gonna do it. So I am going to add a child. And this child is going to be Jane Payne, if you will. She is the daughter of Gilbert Ingram and M. Ingram after they got married, because they got married in 1316. So she's kind of she's an oddball. You know, her mother's not Elizabeth, but I don't want her in the main family tree because she's technically not Judd's daughter, and it's Judd's line, unfortunately. So, technically speaking, unfortunately. If we click on her, you can add parents. I'm gonna have to go through and add parents to every single sim, but you can add Gilbert and M. No, that says choose a pet. No wonder, I was like, what? And M. So then, when you scroll out and you hover over her, her parents will highlight, as opposed to everyone else who I have to pick later. Everyone else will show their parents. So unfortunately she has to be in Gilbert's section over here, which makes me sad because Gilbert didn't even meet the baby, basically. Em raised her. But for simplicity's sake, especially because her line is the only reason that we have any more of the Ingram line. So that is why it's important to me to put her over here. Let's go back into edit mode and add in her husband, Maynard. Maynard Payne, there we go. And they had one child, and her name was Amos. And then this is where it gets a little crazy also. So Jane died shortly after Amos was born. It might be Amos. Don't tell me if I'm wrong. And Maynard remarried. And he remarried to Joan Payne, Osmer's widow. Their child is not ever going to be allowed to take over, but I would still like to include them on the family tree. So we're going to add them. They have 2 daughters, actually. But they will be under Jane's line. So this is, oh my gosh, what's the older one's name? Alette and Xanth. Yeah. And then we'll go back to detail mode, and we will add her parents, and they are Maynard Payne. Oh. Maynard Payne and Joan. Close. Maynard and Jim. And so again, yeah, when you are here and you hover over them, so like Amos, if we quick add her parents, Maynard and Jane. There we go. If we hover over her, it shows up as Jane and Maynard. And if we hover over Alette, it says Maynard and Joan. And same with Xanth. Very, very cool. Best way that I have toyed around with at getting that circle effect that my game has. I think that's it. Oh my goodness. Is that really it? That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. Let's zoom out and look at it. Oh wow. Look. Oh my gosh. Look at how little there are in this line because of the Black Plague. That's horrible. So many more children made it to like childrenhood in this one. So what's really crazy to me is that like these people are all old enough to have children, and then you have like these toddlers who are still alive just because of how young Jane is compared to like Joseph II. Like, he's like 16 years older than her. Wild to me. But I'm excited to see that like dramatize over the next 20 generations. So this is it, and now we're gonna play around with some of the features like that come with like styling. Sorry about my voice, you guys. This is the first time I've talked all day, and I thought it would be fine, but my voice is not keeping up. So here you have tree styling. You have the background and you have a style section. We're gonna do background first. You can upload a background or you can choose one. Let's look at what they have. I want something like brown or beige. Ooh, this could be good. Okay, definitely a contender. It's a little plain. So let's look at some others. This one is, ooh, this is cool. Let's try Frozy Forest. Okay, I like it, but I don't love it. Let's keep looking. We have this one in nude. I think I almost chose this one for my legacy. Okay, don't love that either. This is the one my legacy uses, so we will not be using that one. Oops. Let's see. Okay, I feel like I could be interested in wall. Never mind. Oh, Witch's House. Ooh, Old Family. Would love to see what this looks like. Ooh. Okay, she's a big contender for me. But I also want to do Witch's House. Okay, I love the idea, don't love how it looks. I think my family tree is just too big, and it's going to get bigger, you know? No. Ooh, these are very cool. Oh, I like these a lot, but I don't really have the one I'm looking for. Okay, who had the... No. Maybe we should try this one. No, blue just is not the color of this family. Someone had pictures, and I really like those. Foggy Forest, maybe First Snow we should look at. Okay, I do like First Snow. I do really like that actually. I think we'll stick with it, at least for now. Maybe I'll play around with it some more. Next, in the style section. So, line color. This is referring to like the lines between the family, the segments of families. I like the white, I think especially with the snow background, the white looks good. Line thickness, let's see what a 10 looks like. Oh, that's pretty thick actually. Maybe like a 4 would be good. Let's look at that. Okay, a little bit crisp. I like it. The highlight. What is the highlight? 10. Oh, it like glows. Okay, I think maybe we'll do it, but not so bright. Let's do a 5. I like that. I do like that. Okay. Avatar border color. I do like the white, and I like the size. Border type, solid line. Airlines color. Okay, so the airline is something that I'm super excited to look at in this. I have one in my legacy challenge, but currently I just have 2 generations, so it's not as cool to look at. And I think we'll do like a green to match the background. And green is my favorite color, if you didn't know that. Like a foresty green, but not too dark. Yeah, let's try that. And green, I think green is the other airline color, but who cares? It's my signature, I guess. Air's line, yes. Show pets, show first name, last name, person full name color can be white. Show alive dead status, yes. Something that I didn't love about Plumtree was that it wouldn't show like alive or dead, or like you couldn't do the years like you can on Quick Family Tree. And I do like Quick Family Tree, but Quick Family Tree really struggles for me when it comes to big families. It's really hard to get images of them and to share it. This is like the meat in the middle of both. You can show alive dead status. I know some people do like black and white photos for people who have died, but I'm gonna have so many people who die, so we will just have alive dead status. And you know, you can upload this so that other people can see it. So it's like best of both worlds. So let's see what this looks like. Oh, so who did it choose as my heir? It chose Jane as my heir. That is not the case. My heir is little Andrew Barnes. I forget how to do the heirs line. There we go. So if you look at it, you can follow it. Andrew, up to Joseph II, up to Joseph, up to technically M, up to Tim. Technically, that is correct, because Tim is Gen 0, and his 3 daughters are the heir, spare, and, you know, our main person. So, technically it is M, which makes me happy as like a feminist, but I know some people get really sticky about the rules, so I'm just saying, technically. I think love the highlight with the airlines. I'm going to take the highlight out. Highlight 0. Let's see how that looks. Okay, I don't love the shade of green now. I need something darker. Try that. Okay, yeah, I like that. All right, guys, this is it. So I have all ready for everybody, like out of the description. There are some like funny things you can find, little known facts, some confirmation of events, if you know what I mean. Like if you ever want to know how Dorothy died, and if you're confused what happened, it does say in her little description. I won't show you now. You have to go find it on your own. Like Judd here, we can read his. Judd Barnes is the founder of my Ultimate Decades Challenge. Judd Barnes married his wife M. Ingram in the year 1300. Together they had 9 children, 3 of whom reached maturity: Joseph, Maeve, and Florence. Judd Barnes died at 30 after contracting tetanus suddenly from his work as a blacksmith. So yeah, you can find out the deaths I wrote. You can find out the cause of deaths that I wrote out for everyone. You can count how many truly died of the Black Plague. And I also included in the women's profiles their children who passed away, so that they get some recognition since they won't be on the tree. But yeah, I am so excited about this. I love the SimsTree. Look out for my other video coming that will discuss kind of the same things, but you know, more of a, I'm just starting out because I filmed it before this, but this is coming out today. So on that note, everybody, I am going to head out. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to look at this family tree, it's going to be linked in my link tree below. It'll be published by the time you're seeing this. And if you want to create your own custom family tree, you can also import trees from Plumtree if you have one saved as a PDF. They have capability to do that. I will leave the link to the SimsTree down below. Please check it out. They are so amazing. I mean, seriously, I am so impressed with the work that they do. I think that's all. So I will see you next time. I'm so excited for 1349 and 1350 to come out. They will be coming out sooner than later. And yeah, thank you all for being with me on this journey to YouTube. I appreciate all of you. All right.